We are starting off in Emeryville. Emeryville is the starting point of the Reno route.
Arriving. This is your Sacramento train. 534 to Sacramento. Now arriving.
As you can see here in Emeryville as well, there is an inside track, which is also classified as other than main track, and that is where the California Zephyr goes in and where we start our journey to Reno. Now leaving Martinez. Martinez is a big transfer point for the San Joaquin route down towards Bakersfield. And this is a key point to transfer from the California Zephyr as we continue our way east. There are also a couple of things to remember with Martinez. First, you have the detector as you come into the station, milepost 31.4, that it protects the Benicia Bridge, which you will see a little bit further down the line. And then also you have two control points. You have Ozil, RV031, and Ferry, RV032. We also bypass two Capital Corridor stations, Suisun City Fairfield and Fairfield Vacaville, on our way into our next station stop of Davis. Davis, California will be our next stop. Now coming into a very big station stop, this is Sacramento. Sacramento is very big for the San Joaquins and the Capital Corridor. When working the California Zephyr, sometimes you will also have special moves going down the Fresno subdivision to the ACE facility in Stockton or the Siemens factory off of Florin Road, which is off of the Fresno sub. This is also the starting point of the Capital Corridor heading to Oakland and San Jose with stops in between. As we move east, we leave out of Sacramento with our next station stop of Roseville coming up next. And now here we are in Roseville. The station platform in Roseville is not very big, but it does fit the entire train on the platform. We also have to worry about three control points, RV106, RV107, and RV108. They are all consecutive right next to each other heading east, and we are now heading east out of Roseville, heading into our next station stop of Colfax, which is about 1 hour away. Here we are now in the city of Colfax. Colfax does have a smaller platform than most stations, which means you do have to look out the train and actually spot the coaches on said platform. Before Colfax as well as also the tracks do split away from each other for a little bit between Newcastle, RV 120, and coming into Colfax, RV 140. Coming into Colfax as well, usually there's not too many people there on the platform, but sometimes it can get pretty busy. Colfax is about our halfway point to our next station stop, which will be Truckee, and Truckee is about 2.5 hours from Colfax. Here we are now in the tiny town of Gold Run. Gold Run is also a control point, but the most important thing to remember about Gold Run is there is a crossover here where you can see those signals there in the background. That crossover is 10 miles an hour. There are a couple of crossovers out here that are usually 10 miles an hour or lower, but this is one of the 10 mile an hour crossovers in Gold Run, California. And as we continue our way east here at Blue Canyon, which is about milepost 159, I do want to mention that this entire route going up from Colfax to Reno starting is about 30 miles an hour. And continuing our way east, this photo was actually taken inside of the California Zephyr, and no, it was not while I was working, because that is bad. This was on one of my journeys across the country. This is Norden. Norden is one of the few snow sheds here on our route. Unfortunately, the scene does not look like this anymore. The signals are gone, and they have been replaced with new modern signals. Here we are now in the city of Truckee. Truckee is a very small platform. You were only able to spot one door on the platform. So normally we do multiple spots for Truckee. We usually do the sleeper cars, and then we do the coach cars. It is the same process as what we were doing in Colfax, other than the platform is even smaller. And the conductor in this video here is actually spotting the train on the platform. You do have to look out the windows in the superliners. The windows do open up so you can actually spot the train. It makes spotting a little bit easier for you. And now we arrive into our final stop of this journey, which is Reno. Unfortunately, this is the only photo I have of Reno, but Reno is in what's called a trench. The trench was dug to get trains to not block all the road crossings in the middle of Reno. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys saw some territory so you guys can get some knowledge. I'll be making some other videos hopefully soon. My name is Alex. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time.